All right, so Melania gets all the bodies and sort of. Wait, do you want to put them out, or do you want to put them in the Wild Heart? Like I said, the Wild Heart at least is sort of like a holy thing that you know. It's like because
at least in some form of containment where they're not left laying out on the ground.
It gives them a little bit of a tomb. So you collect the bodies that are scattered around that you can find, and you go and at this point you depart towards the mountain. Again, it's a little ways off. But the wolf is still there.
Okay.
So it wasn't like apparently it wasn't fake because it's been standing there.
Yeah.
All right. So you venture on. Is there anything that you're doing or saying? Are you still calling out to Helm, or at this point you're?
Is anyone else out there?
So you're looking
just to see.
Yeah. You're just looking for other bodies. Look stuff. But again, even when you yell, even when you do stuff, the wolf stands fast.
Okay.
So the wolf stands fast. There is a spell that I don't think you've done it before, but there is something called protection from good and evil.
I think I just saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you can cast that on yourself if you wish to protect yourself from evil to give you some type of protection. So I know you've not got to play Melania a bunch. So you are protected. You are protected against creatures that are aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
Yep.
It keeps you also from being possessed.
Yeah.
Which is a big one.
Or charmed or frightened.
Yeah. So that's a big deal. So
okay.
So you steal your resolve.
Yeah.
Because.
Yeah.
You know the Demogorgon.
It's around here somewhere potentially.
Yeah. So or who knows what else? The abyss is things of legends. The abyss is what you say that. It's not. You don't talk about going to hell as the bad thing, which is still bad. But the abyss is the thing that keeps people up at night. So you've traveled for a little while and you've come up and you've come up and now you're at a pass. It's a great gorge. And the wolf is standing on the other side of the gorge.
Okay.
Now that you see it, it does not look like any wolf that you've ever seen. It is something that's not normal. Do you want to? I'm trying to think what would your best nature. Do a nature or no nature or religion, whichever is the highest.
Good grief. Sorry, you're fine. Come on. I don't have anything on either of those.
Well,
there's
pick from your point of view which one you'd rather do.
Nature, I guess.
Okay.
15.
Okay. So that's not. So you look and you can tell this is not a mortal being. Thanks to your protection from good and evil. You're protected from it, but doesn't mean that they're necessarily worried about that. This feels more fae-like, like a magical being. So while you're sitting there studying it, it just sort of sits. It just sits and just looks at you.
She's not going to have to speak with animals now.
So, but you do have animal handling.
Handling, yeah. Which
so you can look.
Yeah, it's a +1. I mean, 18, so 19.
So you look. This Fey type wolf, from its mannerisms and stuff like that, it's not scared of you.
Yeah.
You don't feel like it's trying to intimidate you, thanks to what you're doing too.
Do you understand me?
So.
Like I'm trying to speak to it.
Just
Just offhand.
So it sits. But it's nothing's threatened. It's not showing its teeth. You don't see its claws. It is in a very passive, docile set.
So that being said, of course I know like her stances, but she's gonna just drop her bow. Oh, not let go, but just lower it down and walk up.
So while you walk, it does not change at all. Your animal handling keeps going. So it sits.
And it's going to be sitting right there?
Yep, it's sitting right there.
I'm going to kneel down.
So you kneel down, and again, it just sits and it's looking directly at you. I'm assuming you got face to face to it.
Basically, yeah, like 10 feet. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So you still got a little bit of distance,
well,
just in case, enough to react.
Enough to go.
Enough to keep your face from getting ripped off.
Yeah.
Or use your bow as a melee, because you still have your bow. You just don't have the armor.
Yeah.
So it sits there and it looks directly at you. You make eye contact. At this point, it stands up slowly and it turns around and it starts walking. So
I'm gonna follow.
So you get to what looks like a little cave opening.
Okay.
So it stops and it turns and looks at you, slightly. And your animal handling's still going, so I'll let. So you feel like it's a warning, not from it, but just it's sort of letting you know that that danger might be ahead
in the cave.
Yeah, because its posture changes to be a more careful.
Gotcha. Okay.
Pursuit, and it sort of goes in.
So maybe we're looking for Demogorgon.
So it comes, so you all go into it for a little while, and eventually it turns and looks. It sits down again and looks at you.
Yep. I'm just going to go right back down on same posture. I'm going to kneel down. So, I'll try speaking to it again,
So,
are you here to help me?
So this time, it lowers its head to where like through this, and it walks up very slowly with its head down. So you
just very gently.
So you
kind
can
of on the side.
Yeah, it's very warm, but it almost feels like if you pushed real hard, you could go through it. Like I said, it's there, but it's not.
Okay.
It's maybe makes you almost feel like it's celestial.
Okay.
In purpose. So and from behind it walks up Helm.
At which point Melania is going to cry a little bit.
So it's okay.
I feel like I failed you.
So Helm looks, and at this point he has a bag with him and throws it and drops it. Now it looks, it says failure only happens when you admit defeat and you don't press forward to what you know you need to do. Before you is your death if you go forward. So do you still do forward and do what's right, even though you know your death is upon you?
Yes.
That's it. So he's rolling insight on you. He looks. He said, "Then this is your bag for one last time." So do you wish to open the bag?
Yes.
Okay. So there's armor that is different. In the armor, there is also what looks like to be an odd two-piece cloak. So do you wish to put it on? Helm is just sitting there along with this wolf.
Yes.
Yep. So what looks like a cape are actually wings. Great wings. The wolf sits here and looks up. Helm goes, "You have a connection to this beast, but not how you think. As your final test, just know that those that you protected are no longer with us. So they have succeeded and failed at the same time. But they all too went forward, and they are no more. Soon I will be no more, for I will be with you." So this fragment in your memory is one of your companions that you sought to protect. She will be always with you because the bonds form connections. You may call upon her when you do find steed. Also, if you wish to call a horse or her, while she is not your friend, she is your resolve to do what you should do. Helm's like, "I will now leave you because I have nothing more to do. For if you give your life doing what you're supposed to, I will be proud to know that I gave my spirit to ones that will press forward and protect what they believe is correct." So, and he hops off and walks up, and he holds out his great shield to you. There was not a shield in the bag, so when he says, "Take it, and you will take me."
Okay.
So you take it, and that becomes, and again, when you take it, the shield glows with the helm of the gauntlet of Helm, which is now the gauntlet of Melania. So with this, you will level up to 12, and you will press forward with your animal companion. Do you have a name for this animal companion?
Only one comes to mind.
So,
I hope that she doesn't mind that she is, her name's being borrowed. Wolfie.
So you both venture deeper into the cave. What you will find, you will not know. But what you do know is certain death is a possibility. But if you can save the others that you came here to fight and find, so it will all be worth it.